Hey everyone, we are going to do our weekly oracle pull, and I brought back some charms this week as well. And the charms sort of weave right into the cards, so I'm just going to leave them and then we'll bring them back with the cards. But the first charm I got is dolphins, playfulness, intuition, happiness. Whatever dolphins mean to you, use that if you have a better description. I got an artist palette, paint palette, and I got the peace sign. Okay, and I'll show you how those sort of interweave with the cards afterwards. So this week we have 3 cards. We are using the Tree Keeper's Oracle. And here we go. Look at each card. Take a deep breath. In through your nose, out through your mouth. What card just draws your attention a little more, pulls you in a little deeper, where you feel something within you? Do you have your card? If you don't, just pause the video, pick your card, and then come back to hear what they mean. If you chose the card here, this is Keeper of the Stars. Keeper of the Stars. Okay, what does Keeper of the Stars mean? Keeper of the Stars is like, where have you lost that inner child, that hope and trust for a better future? Keeper of the Stars is asking you to find that inner playfulness, that inner child, that belief in magic that you see in little children. Where has this gone? Where have you hidden this Keeper of the Stars? When you wish upon a star, right? You go out into the night and you look up at the stars and you wish when you're a little kid. This is that energy for this week. It's asking you, where is that playfulness? Where is the desire to just find your own inner joy, not what anybody else wants? Where is your inner happiness? Where is your inner joy? Where is your magic? I feel that plays really well with the dolphins, right? The happiness, the innocence, the playfulness, the intuition to just know and have fun and relax. That's your card this week. So if you've got this is your call to do something for yourself fun. Find the joy, find the playfulness. I always think of, I went body surfing at the beach, boogie board surfing, and I had so much fun. It was like a call to my inner child. Do something like that brings that kind of belly laughter, like you feel ridiculous, but you're just having the best time of your life, right? That's what this card is about. If you picked this card, it's Keeper of Anger. Keeper of Anger. This is the card that says, how often are we told to just be quiet, contemplative, agreeable, to stuff down that anger? Don't show that. This card is saying, connect to the fierceness of anger. Anger is capable of great change. This isn't anger that just goes unleashed and fueled by, resentments. This is true anger. And what do you do with your true anger? Right? Maybe it's against politics or society or something that, is out there that you feel is huge and you want to voice it, but you don't. How do you do this? How can you use your anger to be the change this week that you desire? Maybe you start a blog and you start a podcast and you start talking about things in your life that are angering you. Maybe you journal it. Maybe you have a healthy conversation about it. But how can you use this anger as a fierce force for change? Can this anger change you? Can it fuel you? Right? But instead of just being, it's all right, all good, I'm not mad, I'm not pissed off. No, acknowledge the anger. And how can you use that anger to fuel change? Now, Peace is the opposite of anger, right? But how can you use this anger to fuel something that can become a catalyst for change, a catalyst for peace? Maybe or maybe not. I'm maybe stretching this one. But I feel that sometimes when we use our anger in a healthy way, we get peace. Instead of that bubbling up of resentment and when you're able to channel it in a different way, you become more peaceful. And finally, the last card is Keeper of Ease. Keeper of Ease. This card is asking you, or telling you, that we are not human doings, right? Yes, at times we have to work hard and commit, but as a society, this card is saying we're like programmed to believe that we must suffer in order to have fulfillment, that things must be hard all the time in order to enjoy the fruits of something else. This is like, we're not meant for that. We are meant as humans to flow, and there should be times of both. There should be times of work and times of rest and times of play. And the more that we can get in touch with our own rhythm, our own ease, we start to flow. Don't deny yourself pleasure because you don't think you've suffered enough. This is what it's about. That I must suffer. I must go to great lengths, great work, and then I can rest. Then I am deserving of ease. This card is saying no. How you flow through life daily. You are worthy of ease all the time. Output, input. It's not just output. This is about realizing that you have to have input and output, and there must be flow in your life. You find the flow and the balance, then you have ease. I don't know why the painter's palette, but painting the life you desire, with the times where you are going to put your foot to the pedal, the gas, and push and work, but also the times where you're going to create something beautiful, restful, desirable, learning to flow. So we have this week for you either the Keeper of Ease, where you do not have to suffer, you do not have to work all the time, you do not have to just keep going like society tells you you need to be. You can actually find time for joy and rest and play. Keeper of Anger, you do not have to put on the brave face and choke down all of the anger. You need to find a creative vessel within yourself to fuel it for change. Keeper of the Stars, your belief in magic this week. Find your belief find your inner child. Find yourself and go do something magical. Wish upon that star, right? And just believe in a lighter way of being this week. Have a great week.